introduce yourself if you like to, and start at the beginning, how you got into veganism, what year it was, and then why you stopped in the end, how it unfolded.
Okay, cool. So, my name is Mayan. I'm from San Diego. I've pretty much lived in Imperial Beach all my life. So, I stopped eating meat when I was 18 years old. So that was about 5 years ago. Probably like late 2013 or early 2014-ish. So, yeah, around that time, one of my friends was vegetarian, and I was, already pretty used to eating a pretty standard diet of just like a lot of grains. Like I would eat cereal every day. Every day I would eat like donuts and cookies, and I was just really addicted to sugar, to be honest. Like it was really bad. So my diet was already not going well. So I stopped eating meat because one of my friends was sort of into like the new agey sort of stuff. And I was like, oh, if I can not eat meat and be healthy still, like why shouldn't I,
Yeah.
So that's when everything started to go downhill because I was pretty much starving myself and not eating any food that was good for me. I thought I was lactose intolerant, so I wasn't drinking any milk either. So the only animal product that I was eating was probably eggs.
Okay.
So after about a year of not eating meat, I started working at this holistic health college where they taught massage therapy and like personal fitness training and stuff. And I worked in a bookstore where, again, like a lot of the new agey sort of stuff. So, like crystal singing bowls and like a bunch of different crystals, but mainly like massage therapy products. But a lot of books on, like how to raise your frequency and, just like all the crazy new age stuff, man. So being around that environment pretty much made me not want to eat meat and made me want to, go vegan. So when I was, about to turn 19, that's when I actually went vegan.
Okay.
And so I was mostly eating like a diet of, you could say like just vegetables, like just a lot of raw vegetables like broccoli and sprouts, eating like sandwiches, like a lot of wheat products still. I cut out like a lot of the donuts and everything, but it still like wasn't good for me. I was just like not eating enough calories, just like starving myself. Why not? Just because like I don't know, yeah. But that's the thing, I don't know. I just had like almost like an eating disorder.
Is it maybe because you didn't like the plant foods deep down, that you really wanted animal products?
I mean, yeah, I also kind of left out that I was, smoking a lot of weed as well.
Okay.
So I was just in this haze of like, oh, I don't need to eat a lot. I don't need to eat animal products. The less you eat food and the less you eat animal products, the lighter your being is, like the lighter your body is.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of mentioned the new age sort of like ideology.
To raise the frequency. Would you say that the people who believe in the crystals and raising frequency have some kind of mental issues?
Well, I can only speak from my own experience, but I would say because of all of the different influences, the people around me, and just the fact that I wasn't eating enough to actually fuel my body, I only, from this time, I was only weighing anywhere from 114 to at most like 121 pounds. And I'm 5'10", so it's like just not good for my body to not eat enough. And so I didn't think that I needed to. And then, of course, the ideology of raising your frequency and being a light being and like all of that influenced me to the point where I've stuck with veganism for 5 years pretty much. Like 5 years. I cut out meat and milk and then ate eggs for like 2 months, and then I was already vegan, so I kind of made that extra little push, like, oh, start eating all the organic food, so I was only buying organic stuff. I was taking like a B12 supplement at most, and I was wondering why I was like wanting it so bad, because deep down in my mind and my body, I knew, that it wasn't really right, but, because I was smoking weed a lot, and I stopped drinking for a while, but then I started getting into drinking again, and it was pretty much all going downhill for those like 5 years. It was like 4.5, 5 years that I was actually vegan.
And then why did you quit in the end?
So, about beginning of December 2018, I saw like some of your, well, I was already following your channel for a while, but I saw like the malnourishment videos, and it really made me think. I was like, these people are really like skinny, like the fruitarians, they look so bad. You know, they age really fast, and all they're doing is drinking juice and like eating 10 mangoes. And I was thinking to myself, like, wow, you know, I don't weigh a lot either, and maybe I should like try and make a change. So I went down to the beach here and I ate like some like fish. Like I just had some like beer battered fish or something. And later that day, my body was begging me for meat. So I went and I ate a hamburger, and it literally felt like I got high. Like I felt like strength come back into my arms.
Yeah.
And I felt this calm come over me in my brain.
Yeah.
I was living in 5 years of brain fog. And I would always wonder, you know, like, oh, what's this brain fog thing that people are talking about? I don't know if I've ever experienced that.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then I ate it, and I looked up, and I was like, wow, that's what brain fog was, you know?
Yeah, you don't even realize it when you're there.
No, you don't.
That's the fucked up part.
Yeah, it's really bad, man. And the reason that I'm pretty sure I stuck with it for so long was because I was doing, you know, a lot of drugs. I never got into any hard drugs, but even just smoking weed a lot and drinking, and I experimented with like a lot of LSD and a lot of mushrooms. All of that really affected me to the point where I didn't notice what was going on in my body. I was in such a haze and such a daze that I couldn't listen to myself, and it really hurt me. Like I have a lot of things that were wrong with my body because of that. A lot of them actually went away the second that I ate that hamburger. You know, so one of the things is my memory. When I decided to eat the meat and the fish that day, the reason that I got really scared was because I started noticing that I was getting short-term memory loss. And I'm 23 years old, so you know, it's not good when you have to like try and remember, oh, where did I set down my phone?
Yeah.
Obviously, like a vitamin B12 deficiency. So that really like gave me a wake-up call, and I was experiencing a lot of joint pain, which went away as soon as I ate the meat. The brain fog, the anxiety that I had, like the irritability, like I was so easy to just like snap at people, and I couldn't keep like a calm composure, and I thought that not smoking weed and not drinking was going to help, and I still don't want to do those things anymore, but I thought that was the answer, you know, obviously, oh, it's not the diet, it's the drugs that I'm doing, and like, you know, I'm not meditating enough and stuff. Like all that dumb shit that people want to attribute like to influencing their reality. But in reality, it was because I wasn't getting the nutrients that I needed, obviously.
Also DHA for the brain. Maybe that's why you wanted to eat the fish.
The omega-3s, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought that it would affect my body too much if I ate meat.
Yeah.
And my friend was just like, oh, just go and get some fish, man. So we shared it together. It was like a big thing of fish and chips.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe subconsciously I was asking for it, but I thought that maybe I couldn't eat a burger. You know, I thought that maybe my body couldn't handle it. When in reality, like it was the easiest thing to eat ever.
Yeah.
But I was experiencing a lot of joint pain. I was experiencing fatigue. Like the whole time that I was vegan, I actually got into parkour and rock climbing. And I was still like trying to run. Like I was an athlete when I was younger. I played like every sport, like basketball, baseball, American football. So I was wondering why I was getting fatigued when I was doing jiu-jitsu. I got into Brazilian jiu-jitsu here in Imperial Beach, and you know, it was just so crazy that like I was thinking to myself, why am I tired? You know, like why am I? It's that unnatural fatigue. I don't know if you've ever like experienced it, but I think a lot of vegans can maybe relate. You know, if you're really young and you're an athlete, and then one day, you know, you're vegan and you know, you're working out for 5 or 10 minutes, and you're just already drained. It's so terrible feeling that way, and you notice it. You know, you can't lie to yourself when you feel that. You start to realize like, oh, there's something wrong with my body. I'm sure like a lot of the people who I watched in your interviews, you know, who were athletes before, they obviously tell you how their athletic performance was really drained. Yeah. So like the fatigue, the memory loss, I had really bad stomach issues, you know, like huge stomach pains, the gallbladder attacks, like what Milk Jar would talk about. Like I was getting that really bad. My teeth, I feel like that started really early on as well from eating too much sugar. One of my favorite foods was bananas. So I started to notice how my teeth were getting really weak. Every morning when I would brush my teeth, my gums would bleed. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of all the symptoms that I had.
How do you now see the future of veganism? Where do you think this whole movement is heading?
That's a good question. I don't want it to happen to people, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like if we're that easy to take control of, and if we're that easy to trick into doing this because of the lack of information about our bodies and what we actually need, then I feel like let people do it. I mean, you know, more real food for all the people who don't want to be brainwashed. But
what about them wanting to ban meat or put taxes on meat?
See, that's like a really big thing, because here in California you have a lot of these like liberals and stuff, like a lot of hippies and the new age culture. It's really evolving and it's spreading.
Yeah.
So the fact that the ideology has spread so much that more people are following it, and they're trying to, you know, make it like a law, like, you know, oh, cows have rights, so we can't kill them and all of that.
Right.
It's really scary, because then it's like, how are we going to get our food? You know, how are we going to get what our body actually needs? And then it's only going to be accessible if you have like massive amounts of money, which in reality is only going to be like a thing for very few people, like a very small population. So I feel like it's spreading and it needs to stop.
Did you lose any friends when you quit veganism or anything like that?
It's very recent.
Okay.
So I started eating meat again December 14th. So it's been like exactly a month.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I've lost any friends. I mean, people think I'm really weird now because I'm eating raw eggs and I'm like eating raw meat.
Yeah.
You know, people think I'm like weird or crazy.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't, but I could honestly care less. You know?
Did you have any vegan friends?
Yeah, actually.
And they don't care?
No, I mean, one of my friends we went vegan together because we were working together. He's actually still my best friend. And, you know, he's like a Hare Krishna, Bobby. I don't think many of my friends will care, but a lot of people have given me like shit already, because once you're inducted into the religion, into the ideology, then it's just like crazy how other people see you, you know? I remember, because I would always debate people about veganism and stuff, and I would try to educate myself on, you know, the facts and, you know, like try and get people to go vegan and stuff, but not like crazy. So a lot of my friends, they're still my friends, you know?
That's good.
Yeah.
Anything else you would like to add? Any experience, something special you're in, or something you would like to say to vegans who are watching, maybe?
I don't know. I would say just educate yourself on what your body needs. Like a lot of people are already saying, listen to your body. I would listen to my body a lot, and I would, you know, smell somebody barbecuing, and I would wonder why it would smell so good. You know, they're like barbecuing huge racks of ribs and stuff, and you know, all the joint pain, like it's coming on for a reason, and you know why deep down inside. But you just don't listen, because the virus has spread so far into your psyche, into your mind, that it's really hard to see through like the fog. And, you know, if you're doing drugs, that's going to affect you. Your environment, the people around you who are like into the new age and stuff, they're going to pressure you into believing that you're doing the right thing. And it's really hard to break out of, because it's like a mob mentality. You're all doing it together, and you're all trying to, you know, become more enlightened and like all this different crazy stuff. So I would say listen to your body and just educate yourself before you really harm yourself. I'm afraid that I have permanent damage to like my teeth and to my brain. A lot of the symptoms that I had went away, like my gums aren't bleeding anymore when I brush my teeth, and you know, the joint pain went away, so I can like skateboard and I can like work out again.
Yeah.
But yeah, just educate yourself.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.